If you're a real estate agent, I'm sure you know this feeling. Well, it's frustrating. You spend all this time crafting the perfect listing. You pour your heart and soul into it, only to watch it just disappear? Today, we're going to dig into why that keeps happening, and we're going to take a look at a platform called OpenLuxe that's trying to fix this whole mess.
Seriously, why do they disappear? It's a question that drives agents crazy. You do all this work, you create this beautiful online presentation for a property, you hit post, and then, poof, it's just gone. Where does it even go? And, more importantly, why is the whole system seemingly designed to work this way?
Well, here's the bottom line. The system for real estate discovery that we've all been forced to use, it's just broken. It's fundamentally flawed because, let's be honest, these platforms were never really built with the agent's best interests at heart.
Yeah, just think about it. All that hard work gets completely buried in the noise. You post on social media and it's basically invisible in 48 hours. Your local MLS? Well, by its very nature, it's a closed-off little island. And those giant consumer portals, they're often literally competing with you for your own leads. It's nuts. The end result is a system that gives you next to no real international exposure.
And look, this isn't just some vague problem. It's a direct failure of the specific tools so many of us have to use every single day. So let's dive a little deeper into exactly where these platforms are letting you down.
The speed at which your listings just vanish it's pretty staggering when you see it laid out like this. On Instagram, you might get a day or two of visibility, if you're really lucky. Facebook, we're talking just 5 or 6 hours. And on a platform like X, 15 minutes. Your listing is basically ancient history after just 15 minutes. It's crazy.
And that right there highlights a totally different philosophy. The whole social media model treats your listing like a fleeting thought. But a platform like OpenLuxe, it's designed from the ground up to be a permanent, discoverable asset, something that's always working for you 24/7.
So what's the alternative? How do you break out of this cycle of disappearing content? Well, this is where OpenLuxe comes into play. It's positioned as something different, not just another platform, but a true global property marketplace built for real estate pros. So what does that actually mean for you, for your business? It means you're part of this huge, interconnected marketplace. We're talking hundreds of thousands of listings from all over the world. That's the kind of scale you need to attract those serious, qualified international buyers.
And this isn't just some big, abstract number. We're talking about real, tangible international reach. It means your properties are getting seen by buyers in key luxury markets across North America, all through Europe, the Caribbean, and the Asia Pacific. It's the real deal.
But how do those buyers actually find you? The whole platform is built on this idea called intentional discovery. What that means is there are no crazy, unpredictable algorithms deciding who gets to see your property. Instead, buyers are given the tools they need to actively search and find your listings on their own terms.
And the process for them is super simple, but it's really powerful. A buyer can search by what actually matters to them, location, features, price. Then they can filter down to get the exact specs they want. They can even just explore visually on a big interactive map. It puts all the power of discovery right in their hands.
Okay, now for what might be the single most important part of this for any agent. Let's talk about how this kind of model lets you take back control of your most valuable asset, your leads.
This quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It captures the total absurdity of the old way. A buyer finds your listing, they're interested in your property, and somehow, all of a sudden, you're competing with a bunch of other agents for a lead that should have been exclusively yours from the get-go.
And this table just lays it all out in black and white. On those traditional portals, they capture the lead. They often turn around and sell it to your direct competitors, and they control all the contact info. With OpenLuxe, it's the complete opposite. You own the lead. It's exclusive to you, and the contact info goes directly to you. Period. The idea here is really simple. There shouldn't be a middleman. OpenLuxe's whole philosophy is that they are not in the business of selling leads. When a buyer asks about your listing, that's your prospect. It belongs to you and only you.
Now, beyond just owning your leads, there's this massive all-in-one advantage to think about. This is about having a fully integrated system where one listing entry can power your entire marketing machine, saving you so much time and effort.
Just think about it. That one single listing you create automatically generates its own SEO-optimized website. It writes luxury descriptions for you using AI. It can even do AI-powered virtual staging. And then it fuels your email campaigns and lets you create print materials in a snap.
It's a huge time saver. And this approach also helps you get ready for the future. Because these listings are built with rich, structured data, they are ready to be discovered by the world's biggest AI assistants. So when someone asks ChatGPT or Gemini to find a luxury home, your listing can actually be part of the answer. That's pretty cool.
So, the big question, how can you tap into this? Well, getting started is designed to be super straightforward, and that global reach we've been talking about is really just a few clicks away.
Let's just do a quick side-by-side. The old way is regional, it's temporary, and it makes you fight for your own leads. The OpenLuxe way, on the other hand, is global, it's permanent, and it puts you in total control of your business. The difference is night and day.
And you can seriously get going in under 10 minutes. You just create a free account, add your first listing, and let the AI do its magic to enhance everything. And just like that, boom, you're live on a global marketplace and leads start coming directly to you.
At the end of the day, this is all about taking back control. Control of your listings and control of your leads. You can check it out for yourself at openluxe.co. Create a free account and get your first property in front of a global audience today. Your future clients are out there waiting.